abomination of desolations, because Daniel remembers the only person in the Bible that used that phrase. It's the central event that helps us understand the negative dimensions of the end times. It's the central event. It's the only event Jesus talked about, political, religious event, that signals the end times. The only one that Jesus spoke about directly. Paragraph D. Now there's many implications to this. Because what the abomination of desolation is, just in one sentence, it's the Antichrist putting an image of himself in the temple in Jerusalem. And when he puts an image of himself, a statue, but it's more than a statue, an archaic statue, it's very dynamic image or statue or idol, but I'm imagining it's going to be state-of-the-art technology with supernatural dimensions and demonic power being manifest around it. Don't think of some archaic old statue. When he puts the image of himself in the holy place in the temple, he says to the nations, now worship me or I will kill you. That's what the abomination is. It's the most abominable thing a man will ever do in history, is to put that statue in the holy place and demand the nations to worship at the pain of death, and he'll have the power to back it up.
Just get a better sense of it all. The president, again, unprompted, first explained his antipathy toward the late senator.
So I have to be honest, I've never liked him much. Hasn't been for me. I've really probably never will. But there are certain reasons for it, and I'll tell you. And I do this to save a little time with the press later on. John McCain received a fake and phony dossier. Do you hear about the dossier? It was paid for by crooked Hillary Clinton, right? And John McCain got it. He got it. And what did he do? Didn't call me. He turned it over to the FBI, hoping to put me in jeopardy. And that's not the nicest thing to do. You know, when those people say, because I'm a very loyal person. John McCain campaigned for years to repeal and replace Obamacare. For years in Arizona, great state. I love the people of Arizona. But he campaigned for years for repeal and replace. So did Rob, so did a lot of senators. When he finally had the chance to do it, he voted against repeal and replace. He voted against at 2 o'clock in the morning. Remember, thumbs down. We said, what the hell happened?
Now, I know the president starting a sentence by saying, I have to be honest, may seem ironic, but ignoring that and his statement about what a loyal person he is, let's just focus on some facts. The dossier did not trigger the Russia probe, no matter who John McCain gave it to, and by the time he got it in late 2016, the FBI's Russia investigation was already well underway. Now, in addition to being confused, apparently, about the chronology, the president seems to be suggesting that giving possibly important evidence, or any evidence, to the FBI was the act of a rat and disloyal. In any case, those last remarks are largely in line with his other recent remarks. These next ones, however, are truly something else.
I endorsed him at his request, and I gave him the kind of funeral that he wanted, which as president, I had to approve. I don't care about this. I didn't get thank you. That's okay. We sent him on the way, but I wasn't a fan of John McCain. So now what we could say is, now we're all set. I don't think I have to answer that question, but the press keeps, what do you think of McCain? What do you think? Not my kind of guy, but some people like him, and I think that's great.
Usually their memory wipes are good, but it seems yours wore off. Usually their memory wipes are good, but it seems yours wore off.
Oh my God, I knew it. You did. But you're not gonna know it anymore.
Okay, excuse me, and good. Okay, cool, we're good.
Wait, I have a lot of questions here.
Hey, you just forget I ever said anything. Should be easy.
So they put a tracker chip in my head.
Hold that thought. Oh, that's a problem. Hold that thought. Cool. Hold that thought.
Because it's the last chance you'll ever get to.
Alright, so something's not working here.
So I'm going to talk more today about my experiences of being kidnapped and basically raised by Nazis and put in the secret space program. Leading up to that, with my trusty timeline, I was born in 1956. I was kidnapped in 1968 at the age of 10.
Going to be making the Mind Wipe tonic from Ark Survival Evolved. Now, in the game, this drink is designed so that you can slurp it back and start your character again if you've ever made a mistake or you just want to try something new. It gives you all your points back, but it does require quite a lot of work. You have to go and hunt down dangerous dinosaurs and collect rare ingredients and then slap them all together, and yeah, it's a lot of effort. But at least you don't have to wake up naked on a beach again.
Is Ark anyway?
Also, like, it's this big multiplayer game.
Anyway.
Also, like, it's this big multiplayer game that, like, you drug
So what is Ark anyway?
Also, like, it's this big multiplayer game that, like, you drug dinosaurs.
A truth seeker. It has one function: to expose lies. Anyone who knows Supergirl's secret identity is at incredible risk.
Sean can't erase Haley's intention of finding your identity.
What we can control is her access to the information.
So we wipe the minds of everyone at the DEO who knows I'm Supergirl.
Just like with Haley. We'll go in and erase every memory they have that connects Kara with Supergirl.
Are you okay doing that?
They've given their consent. They want to protect you.
Okay. I have to be mind wiped too. What? No, I have to. No, it's out of the question. Like, even if I could beat the truth seeker, there'd still be a danger that I would slip up, with a text or just sharing information or simply the fact that you are my sister and I love you. So you be smarter and more careful.
Alex's mind isn't wiped. There is a 100% certainty that Haley will still discover your secret identity.
I just got finished. I've been busy all day. I still got more work to do after I shoot this tonight. So I've had a long day. Forgive me for stumbling over my words. Believe me when I tell you, it hasn't been an easy one. But I really wanted to take the opportunity to do this because I feel like this was my one shot. And at least, even if I'm wrong, 10 years from now, I can look back on this video and be like, man, like, you had good reasoning for your predictions. Which brings us to our next point. Regardless of what your theory is or what my theory is or his theory or her theory, etc., the one thing that we know, the only thing that we know, is that we don't know. You don't know, I don't know, they don't know, nobody knows. The fun thing about Star Wars and the way that it's released is that you get to speculate and talk and theorize and discuss and all those sorts of things with other people. My theory is my theory. The points that I raise, you can bring up the points that can invalidate them. Trust me, I've heard them before, I've read them for myself, I've seen the interviews for myself.